Good morning, chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Or good evening, afternoon, depending on where you are. Coffee, good. Time to pick up where we left off. Let's see. Got a little vending machine. Hey, Webbo. I am feeling better, thank you. Much better. It was touch and go there for a bit, but feeling considerably better now. Alright. Okay, so that's only getting dark because it's screen space ray tracing. So if I take it to cycles, this glass is being a bother. Let's go to UV editing. It's so dark. Okay. I'll have to export that and see how it looks in Unreal. Because it's so dark in here. That's alright. One asset looks better than all of my assets combined. Thanks, Snowy. This is a little vending machine. Man, I gotta start having my coffee earlier because I have another 9 assets to design. They don't have to be like crazy, but they should fit the theme, and my brain is not engaged quite yet. Not quite fired. Alright. What else are we gonna make here? Also, wait, hold on, wait. Why aren't you in the correct collection? Get in there. Rude. Alright. What's gonna be the next asset? What are we missing in our sci-fi environment? Let's see. It's mad, chat, because I moved the texture. I moved the texture save location. I guess I didn't save it in the file somehow? I didn't pack it? Automatically pack resources. Okay. Yes, because I moved it off of that drive, I think. Alright, well, let's go to the shading menu. We're just gonna go through our list here and relink this texture. Yeah, there's Atlas, Atlas Emissive. They all share the same image, so this should be pretty straightforward. Let's see, textures Atlas. Yeah, you'll see it coming back. I bamboozled it, chat. was like, load up these textures. And they were like, no. Or fine, but we don't know what they are. Okay, I'm actually... No, that's actually the correct color for that. Alright, there we go. So while this set is incomplete, it's not an complete representation of the assets that are there. I kind of need to look at it so that my brain can figure out what exactly it needs to do here. Good morning, Mayo. How's it going? Ugh. What do we need? Okay, we got Nori. I'm also gonna look, this is how terrible my memory is, chat. I gotta go look at my own posts to figure out what we made for the other assets. Okay. We got a space toilet. Oh, I made 2 of the Feed 3000s. That's fun. A little tablet, a little locker, weapons locker. Okay. Aw, Beacon Boy, that's very sweet. Thank you. Okay, looks like I made a tokamak, like reactor. Let's see here. Can you see this? There we go. Looks like I made a tokamak reactor. Like I made a bunch of lamps. Stargate. Sorry, meant to send that to someone else. Oh well. I still appreciate the sentiment. Let's see, medbed, locker, food replicator, storage thing. Okay. Let's see. Just stopping in to say hi. Wish I could stay, but I'm elbows deep in plumbing repairs in the house. Oof. Well, thanks for stopping by to say hi. I appreciate it. Good to see you. All right. Let's turn these on. I guess I could have just done that, couldn't I? I'm telling you, chat, brain not working. Brain no worky. Yeah, these ones spread out, although I'm not sure where the rest of them are. Oh, they're over here. Okay. I just want the record to show I did mean to send that to him. Okay. Hey, nice chat. How's it going? Hello, Gigerty. Hello, everyone. I am having a absolute brain fart here. I have no idea what to make. Let's check our list. This is why it's good to keep a list. Hello? Captain's chair. I could still make the captain's chair, couldn't I? I guess that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Hi, Nathan. Wow, it is good to see you. How you doing? You have the internet. Yay! Woohoo! Look at this. I don't know why it's chugging so hard. It's normally buttery smooth, but right now it's just mad. That's alright. Okay. We're gonna make a captain's chair then. How do I want to do this? I think I want it to be cylindrical in nature. Probably about that big, actually, which is a nice change. I don't have to resize it. Go down to there. Internet after months! Yay! Sweet! Thanks again for making the external art program video. You're very welcome. I actually got a lot of flack for making that video from some artists. They're like, why are you showing people how to do this the oldest and most difficult way possible? And I was like, because some people like to do it that way. Some people prefer it. Not everybody needs to be a substance painter junkie. And don't get me wrong, Substance is still the Cadillac of texturing software, but yeah, actually that's a very good idea. I will do that, Giggerty. No orphan data blocks to purge. I think it's probably just because there's a 100 and there's almost 200 assets in here. I have most of them set to not compute though, which is what's confusing. Like this shuts them off from even basically existing as far as Blender is concerned. So I think it may be a broader issue with my computer overall. Alright, so I'm gonna extrude and scale these in. I'm just gonna hit ES immediately. Actually, before I do that, let's select maybe these faces, an even amount of faces on both sides, and delete them. Let's maybe delete these vertices. Turn transparency on. Delete those vertices. There you go. Okay, now, can I extrude and scale this in? Yes, I can. But before I do, I want to try and extrude. What is extrude repeat? I've never fiddled with that. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to do this a little bit the difficult way. That's alright. That's okay, I think. I'm gonna grab these, turn proportional editing on. Just kind of pull that down a little bit. Proportional editing off. Let's grab these and scooch them down a smidge. Actually, just gonna smooth this. I'm gonna go into sculpt mode and I'm gonna turn on X symmetry and I'm gonna bring the strength down to practically nothing. No, that's not gonna work. Sometimes that works. Maybe again you forgot to restart your PC. I actually just restarted it. Hello! I cannot read Mandarin. I cannot read those characters, so I cannot say your name, but hello. How do I say your name? Alright, let's... Just gonna do this here so that I can fix this. Face, just triangulate faces. Alright. I'm very lost. What are you making? I am making... I'm finishing up some SciFi assets. So I started making free assets for people. I made an entire... an entire SciFi pack, basically. All very basic, very low poly, nothing crazy sophisticated, but a lot of fun to make and good practice. and it'll definitely help people. It'll definitely help people block out their games and stuff. So we're continuing on that trend. So I also made it an exclusive perk for patrons that every week I would add 10 10 assets only available to patrons. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm going to scale these flat, basically. Scales at 0. There we go. And right now I'm working on a captain's chair. I'm going to take these faces and do tries to quads, and then it'll quad back whatever it can. That looks fine for now. Just gonna fill this in. Grab this edge, hit F to fill. Let's try beveling this and see what we get. Let's try beveling the entire top. There we go. Control B. Okay, I don't want those. I just want the edges. Shading is very, very busted on this thing. That's right. Let's take it back a bit. Alright, let's extrude these down. Can't even talk today, chat. Been out of commission for too long. Correct. I am working on a captain's chair. That's what I settled on. Name is pronounced. I am handsome. Have you made any random greebles? That could be pretty useful to have in the pack as well. I've made a couple. But that's also a very good idea. The old model maker's best friend. I think maybe if we do this, another loop cut in here. I'm gonna maybe do this half at a time here. Okay. It's a bit better. That's a, whoops, that's a 32 segment cylinder. It's the highest poly thing I've made. I forgot to turn the segments down. That's right. I'm gonna scale that by half scale. Scale, except on the Z by half. No. Scale on the Z by half. There we go. bring these down some more. Go to the top view. Let's add in a plane. Make just a bunch of loop cuts on here. Grab everything. Gonna manipulate this until it looks roughly correct. Mesh, all transforms, origin to geometry, rotate it a bit. Down some. We're not going to see these sides, so I'm going to delete these faces. Do the same here. Never going to see that face. And same thing here. I already did. Okay, awesome. Super random question, but have you ever tried non-digital sculpting? I have. It's difficult. It's extremely difficult. I love it though. I have several pounds of clay in the other room. But yes, to answer your question, I have indeed, and it's pretty great. I think it would have been smarter to just bring in another cylinder. Let's go here, isolate it. Delete those faces. Solidify it inward, scale it up. Just gonna try and find one that looks decent here in terms of size. Go here, hit A and Alt S to scale it along the vertices. And I think just right there will be fine. Let's take off the solidify. I want this one, this one, this one, and this one. Or Control I, delete faces, and then we're left only with those. Let's solidify these. There we go. Looks considerably better. And isolate this, go into edit mode. Oh, I need to make it a mesh, apply transforms origin to geometry. Now I can go into edit mode. Get rid of the faces we'll never see. We might see that face, so let's undo that. Leave that face there. The rest of them can go. Let's isolate these just to get a sense of what's happening here. this. Cross that guy. Convert this to a mesh as well. Could put some buttons on here in a minute. Button. Who's got the button? I'm gonna bevel these. Possibly try to bevel this as well. Just a bit. Same thing on the outside. What is happening here? I think auto merge is on. So let's see. Just do some repairs here. Subdivide that. Whoa. Turn vertex snapping on. Snap to vertex. There we go. Alright, let's just undo that. Still want to bevel the inside. Just a smidge. That's fine. Alright, so what happened here? I think this collapsed. Basically. So I think we can just get rid of that face. Same thing on the inside here. Let's just isolate that. Difficult and expensive. Sounds like you're also a super artistic type. Yes. I'm more artistic than I am anything else, really. Let's see. Okay. Faces. Just fill that in. Is an N-gon, but as long as the shading is fine, we don't care, do we, chat? No, we do not. There, problem solved. Okay. Maybe the bevel should be done last. It can mess with the geometry a lot. Yeah, I could also put a bevel modifier on here and tweak that, but this is honestly totally fine right now. I could try beveling it again now that I put those N-gons in there, but it will probably get some wonky results. Let's see. No, it's actually fixed. That's all I needed. The front ones can be sharp. A little bit of contrast isn't going to hurt that much. So I just need buttons. Let's bring this down to, what were we using? 12, I think. 12 is a standard. I want to make sure that this is not flipped inside out. Okay, we're all good. Just gonna quickly go in here and edit this, just to optimize it by taking a face off of it. It's one less face the computer has to calculate. Get a top view so I can see what I'm doing here. Let's turn vertex snapping off. And I'm going to Alt-D these to create linked duplicates. That way if I make changes to one, I won't have to worry about making changes to the rest of them. I'm going to put a little square there. Put another one here. Maybe make these ones. Wait a second. How is that one higher than that one? Did I misapply transform? All transform. transforms origin to geometry. Okay, now you mirror. Use this as your mirror object. Apply. So if I make a link duplicate. Okay. Okay, maybe I dropped it down somehow. I don't know. All right. Let's go here. I'm just gonna shift A. I'm gonna add in 2 cubes here. This one I'm going to go to the top view. Scale Z. Scale on the X local. That way I have a sense of where it's at. Bevel this. Before I bevel it, actually. Let's scale this in. Oh, this is the link duplicate. I'm silly. Okay. Grab this. Now we bevel it. Isolate it. Select these faces. And delete them. I'm not going to use them. Rumor has it he is modeling when he finishes 3D modeling. You never know when they're gonna need a proper, like, amber gemstone in a jewelry magazine. You know? That could be my time to shine, chat. It could be. All transforms, origin to geometry, shade auto smooth. Let's go to the opposite side, delete this face. Let's see, are we going to see that bottom face? No, I'm gonna leave it there anyway, but so you'll notice that I'm not really concerned, like I'm just adding chunks on here. I'm not super concerned about modeling this all as one piece, because we don't need to. That's a limitation we simply do not need to impose upon ourselves. I'm not sure why this is not balancing correctly. Let's see. There's not really any need to do that, especially with things with this low of a poly count. It just doesn't matter. It's not going to cause any issues to have several different meshes intersecting at all. All right. We can start joining these together. This one I will join after the fact. Because I want this to be all transforms origin to geometry. I'm just gonna mirror this around the mirror empty rather than that, so that I know for sure it's going to be mirrored correctly. Now let's grab these faces. Did you get some work on that side? Okay, let's ungroup them. Oh, that's why it was so screwed up. Okay. Add modifier mirror, this time across the mirror empty. Thank you. Clipping on. It should be significantly better. Just make sure we don't have any double vertices here. Merge at center. Nope, we're good. Okay. Shift D to duplicate, P to separate. We're gonna select those guys. And solidify. How's that look? Scooch it down a little bit. Grab this bottom face. Let's go into object mode, convert it to a mesh. That way I can cut these faces off. There we go. I don't know how useful it may be for this pack, but Joey Carlino recently posted a Blender tip video. One of the tips was a method to make two separate objects look merged. I actually watched that video. It was great. It's a normal blending video. It's really, really handy when you want to model a mug, for example, and you want the stem to blend seamlessly. Yeah, it's weighted normal blending, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right, this one also needs to be mirrored. Let's shut the smooth shader off right now. Mirror, I'm going to select my mirror object. Mirror empty. You can also shade auto smooth again. This one can now be duplicated. Mirror across the mirror empty. Just gonna turn my headphones down, chat. There we go. And then this, let's go here. Delete that, and we will add modifier. This is why I put an empty in the center of the world to chat, so that I can be absolutely positive that it is mirroring correctly. I think I'm going to actually go here, delete that one, just because I want to rotate this one just a smidge. Just a smidge. And then we'll mirror it again along the mirror empty. There we go. Grab these. So we'll pull in here. Want them to kind of follow an arc. These ones can scooch over a bit as well. Okay. Tell hexagon lore, please. Well, okay. So there's how do I explain this? Originally, oh man, how do I explain this? Basically, okay, originally the plan was that it was a living monolith made of like amber or some kind of orange gemstone. But over the past year that I've been active on YouTube, the community has slowly convinced me that I'm actually a giant, like, rupee monolith. You know, the gems from Zelda? So yeah. That's now how that entity came to be and its actual story for existence is something I'm actually working on. I've had an idea about that forever. But I will keep my secrets for the time being. Alright. I'm sorry, chat. That was a terrible explanation. Okay, let's see. Grab this. Select that last. Control J. Shade auto smooth. You can grab these. J. Auto smooth. How am I feeling about these? Actually, just want them a bit smaller. There we go. Awesome lore. Totally incomplete lore, but thank you very much. So I'm assuming you were born from broken vase or a cut patch of grass then? Nice. Sorry, gotta shoot. Great to have you back. Thanks, Webo. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate your kind words. Yes, I'm feeling much, much better. I'm thinking, Nathan, actually, that I would have popped out of a throne. And actually, if you give me a second, let me see if I can find it. I'll try and find the blend file here. Here we go. This lighting kind of sucks. There we go. It's not the best object ever, but I think this was me testing out OCD, one-click damage add-on, which is pretty sweet. I have also 3D printed this. I 3D printed it in PLA, so it's not the best resolution, but it'd be worth doing in resin. But just imagine this throne sits there for thousands and thousands of years, having once belonged to a great wizard or, you know, arcanist of some sort, and then finally, when that wizard has been gone long enough, one day, suddenly, there's a little face pops up. Still looks like something from Zelda, though. I know. And the single eye, the original design kind of looked like Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force or whatever the heck it's called, because it had two eyes. And then my friend Amanda, who's an amazing artist, did like rubber hose kind of cartoon style and gave it one eye, and I was like, you are a genius, may I use this? So choppy. Why are you so choppy, Blender? That's fine. Alright, now I'm gonna save, first of all. And then I'm going to basically cheat. I'm gonna use an add-on that was worth every penny to automatically unwrap it. And I'm going to provide it with 3 materials: a matte material, an emissive material, and a metallic material. All of these images, all of these materials share the same image, as you'll remember. They all share one single image, which is this image here. This was made by Mfenzia, who's an amazing Blender teacher as well. I recommend you go check out his content. He gives this away for free, because he's also a legend. And then I'm just going to simply move this into position. Let's see this as rendered. We'll leave that one matte. I am going to grab by material. Actually, no, I'm not. Let's go by a seam. That way I can grow this selection. Let's assign metallic to that and make it a little bit darker. And remember, chat, those of you who have been here since I've been doing this, is you can, because this is a gradient atlas, you can get you can get lighting for free, essentially. So if I were to split this up right here, let's say for example I put a seam here. Okay, let's mark the seam and unwrap it. Let's just unwrap this. Okay. If I were to take, oopsies, just these. Here we go. Let's scale this down to the same size, move them down here. Zoom back in. If I were to take these here and rotate them 90 degrees, and then scale them on the Y, you'll see that I get this lighting for free. See? Like, hold on, I'll give you a better view here. Let's go to layout. If I turn this just to diffuse color, you'll see that it's got a gradient on it. Would a color wheel be easier? I guess you could use a color wheel. That's an interesting thought. That's a really good idea. Hold on, I have to take that as a note. It might be easier if you're doing like if you're not doing gradients, because for a gradient you really do want a very sharp kind of fall off in value. But certainly if you were doing like, if you just wanted solid colors, which is frankly what I'm doing for a lot of this, I'm not doing the forced shading for much of it. But it's going to be relevant when we get to the next video I'm working on, because there's a technique that's basically what I'm doing here to get ridiculously polished looking results, even with a 64 by 64 pixel texture over here. It's insane. And it's essentially this technique. The only difference is that you'll be assigning, like, these bevels will be assigned a lighter color so that you get an edge highlight on them. Alright, let's see. Let's grab this. I want to go by scene. I'm going to expand that. I'm going to... Oh, we need to go to island here. There we go. I'm going to put this in the blue somewhere. Assign the flat one. Then I'll grab this one, hit linked, grow it twice. Assign metallic to it. Bring it down. There we go. And then I'm just actually going to scale these way down so that we stop seeing that seam. Do the same thing with the blue. There you go. Let's grab this L. I'm going to move it into the same spot, shrink it down. Whoops. Let's grab the other part of it. Scale it down, move it in. There we go. Alright. I'm going to grab linked here. This time we can grab by material. Material. Oh no! Okay, let's grab this, split it off, because somehow I forgot to mirror that. Mirror across the mirror object. Mirror empty. There we go. Apply. Join to the rest. Linked, 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 and linked. Let's move these all down to here. Scale them down and apply metallic to them. Shut that off to get a sense of what's happening. Okay. Now, let's grab this thing. Somewhere in that range. And then same thing with these. Scale them down, move it up in the same range. Alright. Then, I'm just going to grab these batons. I'm going to assign the emissive texture to them. Let's select our random smattering here. Let's say this one and this one be green, and these two can be blue, just to keep it consistent with what we've already been doing. Okay. Let me catch up on chat here. Captain's log chair, exactly. Make the buttons glow. They are glowing. Color wheels get annoying. For some, I like squares myself, or circles for digital painting or texturing. What is easier for some may not be for others, as we're not all the same robots. True. I think a color wheel is a great idea if you're doing purely solid colors. Like the gradient, this is good because it gets you shading for free, basically, right? That's kind of the idea. I think I want these both to be just a little bit darker. Oops, I still had some of the buttons selected. Okay, let's bring it just down a little bit, just for a little bit of contrast. Get some color too. What if you want to do hue shift gradient for like some stylized painting? Well, one thing you could do is you could, I actually think you can do that relatively easily in the shader. Like you could just manipulate the gradient texture and multiply it by hue. But that would require, well, no, it wouldn't require creating another color texture. It would basically just manipulate it. So you could do that. In fact, let's see if we can do that. Let's add this. Let's do a multiply here, and then on this vector, we're just gonna have an RGB, and then we'll do the output into base color. Yep. So you can basically completely customize whatever color comes out just by multiplying this image. So this is on the metallic channel, so everything I've made metallic I can now manipulate the color of. But I don't really want to do that, so we're gonna do it like that. So really easily you can do a hue shift in there. Not sure why I lost my emissive here. Interesting. That's very curious. Oh. Set the emission color to ambient occlusion somehow? What are you doing there? I'm very, very confused as to why these aren't glowing right now. Did I duplicate them? Have I used Substance Painter? Yes, I've used Substance Painter plenty. What the heck is going on with these things? My main viewport. What is going on? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm on diffuse color, that's why. Alright, we're good. Forgot I had changed that. Gotta go for now. If you're still online in about 1.5 hours, I'll come back. Otherwise, we'll chat. Alright, I probably will not be on in another hour and a half. I might, though. I normally go till noon my time, but sometimes I go over. So, either way, shoot me a message. Either way, just shoot me a message and we shall chat. All right, let's go here. I'm actually gonna bring these down to match that. Let's go here. I just want to Alt A. Do I not have screencast keys on? Yes, I do. Okay, good. Okay. Not sculpting, modeling. Not modeling, UV editing. Good grief. Alright, I just want to grab these. And we want to move them somewhere over here. And I'm going to assign them to metallic also. Okay. Cursor to world origin, origin to 3D cursor. Now it will place correctly in the world. We will call it Captain's Chair. And save. And select it, move it into Weekly Booster Assets 4, which I somehow spelled with 2 L's and didn't notice. And save. See you, Nathan. Thank you for coming by. It's great to see you again. I'm glad you got internet sorted out. That's awesome. Alright. We can check Captain's Chair off of the list, chat. Already did the big reactor. Batteries, bridge stations, different floors. Okay, I did all of that. Ducting? I haven't done ducting yet, but... How? How would I go about doing ducting, chat? That's what I'm wondering. That is what I'm wondering. Just gonna have a think, chat. Just gonna have a think. I'm still here. I'm just having a thonk. Let's actually just scooch these over so people can at least, if they come into the stream, they can see what we've done at least. Let's see this Navy. There we go. Planes? You mean like airplanes? I'm at like the tip of the iceberg for Substance Painter. Is it most specifically for realism? I like texturing and hand-painted style, but I don't know. You can in Substance Painter. Yes, you can do whatever you want in Substance Painter. Looks great. Thanks, Fun Labs. Is it most specifically for realism, like texturing and hand-painted style? Yeah, you can do either one. Hey, Rozovi. RU666 exceptional work, multiple. You can tell a lot of work and effort went into the stream. Thank you. No, plain mesh for the ducks. Oh, I understand. Yes, I could use also, I could use one of any number of add-ons to make the ducts very, very quickly, but... I already have pipes for the setup. If I open the example I had set up here, there's pipes down here. These. And some grate floors. I don't know that ducting would help. Would actually be a very good call. Just because, like, I put it on that list, but I didn't really think about it. Let's see. Yeah, they actually look much better than that, even than that in Unreal, frankly. Why are you so chuggy, Blemder? brain. Crystal lattice matrix thing work. It really can. It really, really can. I've been doing a lot of ArcViz stuff in Unreal, and it's just, oh, it looks so good. And it's real time. Like, the real time global illumination with like Lumen with ray tracing support looks insane. But if you want it to look absolutely bonkers, especially if you're doing like hyperreal, photoreal or hyperreal like ArcViz, then you just turn on the path tracing option and it's insane. It's so good. All right. Let's hide that. Hide that. Let's see. There's the mech I was working on. It's just a block out. Do I want to work on the mech? I don't think so. I think that'll be for a different asset pack. Or for a different booster pack. Because I still have another 8 I need to design by the end of today. Can't even run Unreal properly on my system. It keeps collapsing, but I can mimic it in Godot, believe it or not. How on earth can you mimic it in Godot? Tell me your secrets. Hey, Gon. I'm feeling much better, thank you. How are you? Love Max drew a couple for a client stop motion movie poster. There's an entire word there my brain just decided to skip over. Nice, I also love Max. The great thing about Max, like, one of the things I love about 3D is, like, if I wanted to draw this in 2D, you could literally just smash this together, and then you've got all of your perspectives already taken care of. You just hide these, render this out. Just, you don't even have to stress about it. Hey, Joshua. Been lurking but enjoying the chill vibes and workflow. Assets are coming along really nice. They are. They are coming along. I just wish my brain would work. Because the hardest part of making these assets isn't the making the assets, it's the thinking of which ones would be good for this set. Using grease pencil? Exactly. Yep, freestyle it. Use the freestyle lines or an outline collection. Heck yes. Super, super good. Do you think hard surface modeling is one of the things that artificial intelligence can't replicate? No, I think that given the right data set, artificial intelligence could do it. Depends how it's trained. I've had this conversation before. I don't usually, like, on my videos, I don't usually mention my stance on AI. But during my live streams, I don't mind. So I have pretty profound concerns with the ethics of AI as it is right now when it comes to generative imaging. Like, some AI tools are exactly that. They are tools. But when it comes to generative imaging, they're basically data scraping, like they're data mining the work of artists without their permission and then making a profit off of it. Which is like a direct way to make them obsolete. Well, AI might struggle with rigid shapes now, but in another year it probably won't. To get hedges, yeah. I'd rather make your own. Well, here's the thing. So I've mentioned this before also, but like I have a design degree. I have a bachelor's degree in environmental design. And one of the things we studied was art history. It was part of my degree. And the thing I took away, the kind of most important thing I took away from like 3 years of art history, is that every movement and every kind of thing has a reaction, right? Everything that surfaces creates a reaction in art. And right now, there's this wave of AI. Every single company is pushing it, blah, 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 blah. And provided, you know, we survive the next couple of years and whatever, there's going to be a counter movement against AI, right? Where people are going to suddenly very, very much value stuff that was like created by human hands and has the provenance to back that up. Cause and effect, exactly. Yeah. And I have no issues with, I don't even have issues with generative imaging AI as a tool, provided you can prove to me that it's ethically trained. But nobody can do that. Like, nobody can say with absolute certainty that they haven't data mined. And in fact, every single company that has claimed that they were only mining like ethically has been proven to have been lying, because their data set just isn't big enough to train it, and then they got caught. So that's going to become relevant for those of you that are in the Discord, by the way. Since we had mentioned the last time before I was, well, I guess it was in the middle of me being sick. Oh no, it was the last time I streamed. So, yeah, there'll be an announcement after the stream that'll be relevant. So stay tuned for that. Those of you who are in the Discord, it's a Discord only thing. What if AI was used to prevent stuff like data mining assets? I mean, like I said, if it's a tool, certain AI tools are unbelievably handy. There's no question about that. They are useful. I'm not questioning the utility of AI. What I am taking issue with is the ethics of the company that are, like, the companies that are training them. AI is just a tool. I studied animation through VFS and film studies and worked in film on some major motion films, and it's a problem for sure. Yeah, of course it is. That doesn't surprise me at all. It's going to, like, it is going to affect the industry. There's no question about that. But like I said, at some point, there's going to be, like, people are already, like, think about this. People are already starting to get sick of, like, they look at something and like, oh man, that's AI, right? And I'm not talking about the losers on the internet who go around accusing everybody of using AI art when they're not. I'm talking about, like, your regular run-of-the-mill person who has no interest in art, no interest in design. Like, that's not their wheelhouse at all, and even they are starting to be like, ah, man, that's, like, crappy AI design. Another thing I learned in design school is that good design is invisible. So if you, like, if the run-of-the-mill regular person is complaining about it, it's a bad design. So there's already that kind of backlash. Glaze is great, yeah. Are they still letting people use Nightshade for free? Or is there a waiting list still? I'm not a good enough 2D artist to worry about people stealing my art, so. But it is an option for the future. Facebook users can't tell if it's AI or not. That's because most Facebook users are like 50 plus. They aren't exposed to media in the same way that people who've grown up much later are, to the same extent. Most younger people I know can spot an AI image pretty quickly. Let's hide this. I'm just gonna add a shape because if I don't, I'm never going to do it. Let's add in a Honeycomb. Sure, we'll make a honeycomb shape. Yeah, glaze is free. Sweet. I know that it can, or originally there were some complaints about it causing artifacting, but I mean, I guess you have to pick your poison, right? Speaking of which, I'm going to go and grab a little bit more coffee. Let me just solidify this. How tall is that? Right, let's scale it down. I mean, that honestly could be an asset just on its own. All transforms origin to geometry, and then maybe we'll put a glowing, maybe we'll make it glow from the bottom, glow upwards. Amen, brother! That always makes me think of, it's not Hogan, is it? Is it Hogan or Randy Savage? Same, and I have to run my kid to school, and I'll be back. Alright, I'll be here. Coffee time, chat. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Coffee good. It was Hogan, okay. All transforms origin to geometry. Okay, let's look at this from the front. Let's move you down just a smidge. Isolate you. We're gonna take all of these faces. No. Just poke at these nodes here. Delete those faces so we are never going to see them. And then I'm going to go to top view. In here, we're going to add a plane. Go back to top view, please. There we go. I'm going to Control R to create a loop cut there. Grab both of these and scale them in the Y. Look, it's me! It's a me! Let's plop that right there. That's fine. Okay. Okay, you're never going to see the inside of that. Let's scale it on the X just a little bit. Scale it on the Y down just a little bit. De-isolate that. As a 2D artist, AI saves me a chunk of time with concepts, cutting my work time down to a third of what it used to be. For sure. I know it does. Like I said, I'm not debating the utility of AI. I wish, and I'm not judging anybody for using it either, okay? Just to be clear. Everybody is entitled to make their own decisions, and I'm not going to judge somebody based on that. I don't know your situation and all of that stuff, okay? I just want to be absolutely clear. There's no judgment from me whatsoever. I just wish that we could be certain it was done more ethically. That's all. Ever tidy up your Blender folders and reopen a file? Only the final materials and texture images now need to be relinked. I just did. Don't. Actually, if you rewind this very stream, you'll find that when I opened the level example with all of the assets in it, all of the textures were broken because I had moved them. One of my hard drives is in the process of slowly dying, so I have been migrating things off of it. All right. 1 second, chat. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I'm back, chat. Sorry about that. I was getting a phone call that was fairly important. Give random blender tip of the day. Okay, I'm gonna repeat this one because I think it's super important. If you're in Blender sculpting, I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about here, chat. Give me 1 sec. Just fiddling with things. Okay. Let me save this file quickly. I'll just save that. We'll come back to it. I'll go to New General. Let's just make sure that this has a little bit more geometry than that. I will Control 3, Mesh. Okay, that's tons. All right, so I think this is worth sharing because it's kind of an astonishing thing that most people don't know about. But let's say, let me make sure I have my cavity on. I do. So you'll see that when I, let's go to scrape here. Okay. I'm just going to increase this so that you can see what I'm talking about. But when you're sculpting, you'll sometimes see there's, well, it's not going to work here because I think I've already done this, haven't I? Nope, I didn't. Okay. So you'll sometimes see there's not enough geometry here. Let me back it up. Okay. Take this scrape. There we go. Okay. So, see this streaking? That doesn't look very good. It does not look very nice when you're sculpting. So in order to get rid of that, I mean, you could either try and move really quickly, which just makes for tinier streaks. I mean, this is only going to really be pronounced if you have cavity on. It's still there, though. Like, you can still see it. But if you work with cavity on, it's going to be super pronounced. What you can do is go to your stroke, spacing, and drag it all the way down to 1. And then look at this. Perfectly smooth. Perfectly smooth. Well, when it has weird angles, it's not perfectly smooth, but it's smoother than it was. So, for super smooth strokes, you want to make sure you put your stroke spacing down to 1%. That basically means it's going to have the smallest possible amount of distance between each sample. That's my random Blender tip of the day. Alright, let's go here. I want to go here. We're gonna shifty that there. There. I don't know why Blender is chugging so hard. Hopefully you find that helpful, chat. For sure, I tuned in late, so not entirely sure what you were referring to, but I watched Draw with Jazz's video about Adobe's new terms of use allowing them to access every file for AI training. Yeah, so basically what I was saying is that Basically, what I was saying is that I have concerns about the ethics of the current generation of um like data scraping, like essentially thieving um data mining that's being trained, like being used to train generative image AI. Um, but the flip side to that, I was also saying, is that every movement in a creative field has a counter movement, and it's not going to be very long before people people are craving things that are made by human hands, with the provenance to prove it. So, because people are just going to be like, they're just going to get sick of AI crap. They just will. That's what happens all through the history of art. There will be some big trend, and then the natural following trend is for it to be exactly the opposite of whatever the trend was. It is in direct opposition and reaction to. Let's maybe move these up. I don't even know what that could be. Let's see. Yeah, music is getting scary good at the moment too. It's all going to get really tough to pick it out before long. Well, I guess so. I don't know what kind of AI music, like if it's AI pop music. The thing about music is that music is like exactly the kind of thing that AI would be good at doing, right? Because it's a kind of it's permutational. It has a set of rules, and like there's well-established kind of sets within that like matrix of rules, and then AI can just learn from that well-established set of things and use its predictive powers to be like, okay, well, this chord progression is going to sound good after this chord progression. So the question is, I mean, it would be really cool if it began making things that were really unique. Like, that would be cool, because where's that coming from? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what dimension this kind of creativity is coming from. It's just permutational, right? But let's see. Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, it's all gonna get really good. That's all of these companies are pouring billions and billions and billions of dollars into these. Just headlong, no regard, no reason, mainly because Google thought it was a good idea. If Google's doing it, everybody else has got to do it too. What should I call this? What is this? This could be waste buckets. I don't think they'd be leaving just waste around though, so maybe this could go in the hydroponics since it's green. I'm gonna call it fertilizer pods because phlebotinum. Old dogs or old cats? Am I being given a choice? Am I having to choose here? Do you think you're right though? People will crave handcrafted human-made stuff if AI gets out of control. Which one do I prefer? I kind of don't have a preference. I love all critters. So I guess the answer to your question is yes. Yes, people will. Well, even if here's the point I'm trying to make. Even if AI doesn't get out of hand, it's like just the saturation of it it's already starting to make people be like, no, I want something handcrafted. So right now we are on the kind of like creative people are on the downslope of the value of their work, right? Because AI can just do it. And all of these companies that have all of the money are like, well, let's just get AI to do it. It'll save us a lot of money. Our shareholders will be happier. Blah, blah, blah. But those same shareholders, sooner than you might expect, are going to be spending that money purchasing things that they can prove were made by human hands, because they're going to get sick of the crap that's out there. It's just the nature of art. That's literally the essential kind of core of art history, is like action, reaction, 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 reaction. That's basically how it goes. So I actually want these. To be darker. Darker still. What? Hopefully not for some time. AI will reach a threshold of like AI being indistinguishable from human-made art, but I feel like people prefer the goodwill of human-made art. Yeah, I think that's probably open for debate. The indistinguishable from human-made art, but I guess it really depends, because that's probably true. Because someone will look at it, and if it's technically flawless, and somebody looks at it and feels something, then it's indistinguishable from human-made art, isn't it? Just because the thing that, you know, created the art, as far as we know, doesn't feel anything, doesn't mean we won't when we look at it. I don't know why that's a super toroid. A Menger sponge. Hopefully on the upswing of human-made stuff, I'll be half decent at Blender and can ride that wave of appreciation. Same. True. Oh man, that is funny. Man, I am struggling today, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am not going to lie. I am struggling to have some creative brain power happen. I'm out of practice. When I'm streaming every couple of days, it's actually much easier to generate ideas quickly because I'm used to it. Let's go to... Goodness, no. Actually, let's do that, and then Control I. Individual. There we go. Just do a wall decoration. Let's make this these outward facing ones a little lighter. So I'm going to grab them, grow my selection, and then I'm going to Control I, get that down to be a little bit darker. Actually, let's just, yeah, okay, good. Control I. These are selected. Control I. There we go. Let's move that into here. That. Yep. Okay. Time to have another think. Let's put these all up so I can see what's happening here. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. I guess I'm feeling much less productive than I ought to feel. But I guess that makes sense after being sick for a couple weeks and not doing a lot of this. Makes a lot of sense. Alright, I have to think, chat. I have to have a thonk. Give me a minute while I thonk here. That's a great idea, Joshua. Just to even give yourself, like, it's like leaving yourself a prompt. It's like, okay, I have time to be creative today. What am I going to do? And then instead of staring at the wall, you actually have an idea. It's very smart. I actually don't think I've modeled just like a TV yet, which is hilarious. Oopsies. Base and set it. Goodness. Let's go here. Selection, cursor to selected. There we go. Shift A, mesh, cube. Scale it in the Y, a great deal. Scale it in the Z, a great deal. Scale it in the Y even more. Imagine we have thin screens. They would have ultra thin screens in the future. If they even had screens, they might just project stuff right into your retina, for all I know. Right, let's also add in a cylinder, scale it to 1%. Whoop, nope, delete that. add in a cylinder with 12 vertices. There we go. Now we can scale it to 1%, rotate it on the Y 90 degrees, move it up. Scale, Shift Z, Z. There we go. Make it nice and small. Okay, let's grab this face. Actually, it's just all transforms origin to geometry. That way I know it's going to behave correctly. Just moving in the Y. That'll do. Something like that. Oopsies. I'm gonna grab these. I'm gonna grid Alt A, grid fill these. Two, there we go, that's what I want. Same thing on this side, Alt A, select these, base, grid fill, span of 2, offset 1, there we go. Now I can go through here. Let's turn that on. Oops, let's delete the vertices. X vertices. Alright, I can rotate this now. It's just going to save me a few faces that I don't have to calculate. Optimize it a tiny, tiny bit more. Let's rotate this on the X, on the X, and then GY until it's snug. That's perfectly fine. Okay. This, and this. Control J. 2, Alt U. Let's go by material. I'm gonna scooch this forward ever so slightly, so it's not poking out. We're gonna go Atlas and Atlas emissive. Here we're going to assign a emissive to the screen. Take all of this, scale it down. No voice, no music. There's both voice and music. What's your thoughts on Roblox Studio, despite it being several generations behind from other game engines like Unity and Unreal? I've never used it. Hello, PN. What's up? Yeah, there definitely should be voice and music. Never used Roblox Studio. I always wonder, like, every time someone says no voice, no music, I'm not saying you did this on purpose or anything, but I always wonder if it's a troll. But, like, I can see that my sound is working. And I also... I've worked with sound a lot, so it should be working. You're in a high-speed train. That's crazy. Sounds like fun. Wait, what? What? Oh, I selected it somehow. Where is this thing? Why are you up there? Here we go. Maybe the voice is a bit faint compared to the music. Alright, well I can turn my voice up a smidge. There you go. But no voice, no music means no sound, not faint sound, so. Yeah, I think it depends. Like, I don't think most people realize that, like I've been making music and working with audio engineering for over 20 years. So I test my stuff before I do things. Okay, good. I love making assets and working on a 3D comic project, but I often get distracted making environment assets. Same. I struggle with character modeling though. That's probably because it's really hard. Voice is good now, awesome. Listening to jazz, give 120% Blender boost. I do like jazz. This isn't jazz, obviously. This is music I have made. Which is why I can play it on stream. Alright. Without having to worry about it. BB. Sorry, chat. I'm just texting my spouse. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway there. My brain feels empty, chat. You ever have those days where you want to be creative, but your brain's just like, no. Oh, you know what? It is time to stand up and stretch. It's time to stand up and stretch, chat. So yeah, next video is going to be how to quickly model and texture low poly assets. I'm going to cover two workflows. One is where it's just a solid color. Basically what you're doing is scaling down your UVs infinitely. You're scaling them to 0 and then putting them on top of the color you want. The other one is where you can do edge highlighting and gradient texturing really, really simply. So that is the plan. Welcome back, Fun Labs. You get those days too often? Yeah, same. Stretch and drink water and look far away for 20 seconds to rest your eyes. You know what? That's the one thing I don't do enough, PN. Thank you. I'm going to do that right now. Just going to open my window. I apologize if you hear cars and stuff driving by. I opened my window. I can see a park directly up my window, and I don't know about any of you guys, but I love autumn. So it's just a lovely thing to look at. Flip your assets 180 degrees upside down to give you creative ideas. That's a really good idea, because it'll just reset the shape in your brain, right? A very clever solution. Alright, I'm gonna go stare for 20 seconds off into the distance. I might talk to you from there, but my mic, you'll hear the room for sure. Hidden in a dark room, glowing screens, then you leave all goth. True. Just let me stay in my cave. Okay, chat, I'm gonna take Pian's advice and look at something far away for 20 seconds. I'm doing it. Holy crap, chat. The air outside right now, first of all, it's nice and crispy fall air. But it also smells like fried chicken. It's pretty good. Nice fresh air with a hint of fried chicken. I'm super down with that. Smell good. Okay. I wonder actually, chat, I wonder. Chicken good. Chicken good. Was that a Fifth Element reference? I love that. I'm getting the feeling that Fun Labs and I are of the same generation. The same age range. The trick is to not spend 20 minutes instead of 20 seconds. Yes, fair enough. I think I was around 20 seconds anyway. Which I'm gonna... hold on, let me... Not it. That's not it either. Whatever. Here we go. I'm fiddling around. Heck yes, it was. We say it all the time at our house. Chicken good. Be polite. That is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so good. Green? Super green. Okay. What was I doing? I wanted to try and find something, chat. I think I have a rough idea of where it is. But I'm not sure. Ah, here we go. Multipass. Corbin Dallas, multipass. Corbin Dallas, multipass. Alright. Do I have CSP in here? I do. Put this off. This is from a couple months ago. Painting practice. I'm very happy with the sword, except for everything from here down, basically. But the metal, I was very surprised that I got that. On less productive days, I feel like Bruce Willis with low energy trying to be hyped up in Fifth Element. Yeah. Got some ideas from Astroneer. I feel like you can get some good inspiration from that game. I actually just finished playing the crap out of that game. It has excellent low poly design. Super, super good. It's such an interesting take on the survival crafting game. I really liked it. I need to practice painting more. Holy moly. Ooh, stylized texture painting. Yep. That's nice. Thank you. Yeah, all the practice over the last years has finally started to... Only just started to pay off. But I don't really practice as much as I should. Is that your new Molten Bolt skin? Yes. Well, It's the one I use for social media in some places, this one. And for my video intros. It's very nice paintwork on the sword. Thank you. Where'd it go? There it is. The handle needs some work. I didn't have reference for wrapped cloths, so this is what happens when you don't have reference. You guess, and now it looks like weird chiseled red bone wood. Not what I wanted, basically. Not what I was going for. Let me see if I can find you another another example. Open. Where would it be? No, it's not in there. Nope. Nope, not in there. Oh, here's the this is the painting for the Blender Live Link video. Get inspiration from pixel art? Same. Same. It looks original, thanks. Yeah, this is the this is what's wrapped around that shield in that video. But I'm actually looking for a landscape. If I can find it. Which might be a bit of a trick. Nope, earlier. Aha! Here it is. I can't remember if this is the final one or not. Hold on. But it's definitely lost something somewhere in here. I think it's lost its sense of scale. That's the problem. You can't really tell. You find once you've started making assets and models in Blender that you look at games different? For sure I do. I found myself checking out free textures in Dead by Daylight the other day. Oh, tree textures. Yeah, for sure I do. Molten's character is Bill Cipher's cousin. I don't know who Bill Cipher's is. I'll have to follow you on the Gram Fam, as I am only on the tube and I'm primarily just trying to build up my channel and things as well. Let me pull you up here. Studio, no, let me pull you up on YouTube. Same name, Fun Labs Design Studio. Fun Labs Design Studio. Bam. Subscribed. Boom. The triangle guy? Let's see, Bill Cipher. Oh! Oh! From Gravity Falls. I got you, I got you, I got you. I understand. Took me a minute, but I got there. Alright, that's enough of this Clip Studio business. Where'd you go? Blender. There we go. It's nearing 12 o'clock, so. Okay, well I got 5 done. I'm gonna have to do another 5 off stream. You're very welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out and being awesome. I think what I'm going to do before I try and tackle this next time is I have a pre-selected list of assets or ideas because, man, coming back after a couple weeks, I feel like I'm just like smashing my head against the monitor. Did not feel particularly productive, but it was nice to hang out though. What side of Canuckland am I in? The dead center. I'm in Winnipeg. Yeah, dead center. Smack in the middle. I I have a lot of family in Calgary, actually. A lot. Most of my extended family's in Alberta. I have tons of post-it notes all around my desk with goals, targets, and ideas. Definitely help. You should see my desk. It is absolutely littered with post-it notes that are exactly that. Winter Peg, you betcha. You betcha. Did you see, was it last year? No, I think it was the year before that, that the intersection of Portage and Maine, which is famously windy and cold, was colder than the surface of Mars in the winter? It's like minus 55. It's ridiculous. Oh. Ridiculous. Good grief. I don't know why it smells so good up. I keep headbutting my microphone too. Sorry, chat. You are not the only one. Yes, I'm usually down to do collaborations provided I have time. So if you're not in the Discord, it should be linked in the stream thing, so make sure to hop in there and we can connect that way. Is it snowing? No, okay. I almost had a panic attack there, chat. I thought it was snowing. It was just like debris from it was a lot of debris, but just debris from a tree. Almost fell over. Churchill's where my grandpappy is from. Yeah. Minus 60 Celsius and polar bears. Hey, Milo. I'm just about to hop off in about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to run, but I know. It was close. It was close. Who here in chat, is there anyone in chat here who doesn't get snow during the winter? Like, I think Nathan might not, but I don't think he's here right now. Because I think he's in South Africa. And as far as I know, I don't think it snows in South Africa. Does everybody get snow? I'm super curious now. Damn, well, I'll see you next stream then for sure. You're from Argentina. Man, no snow. Last year it only rained, but it's hit or miss here in Wales. Oh. Are you in the UK? Is it normally like your winters are pretty mild, right? Because I think the UK's weather is very similar to the Atlantic coast of Canada, like our east coast. You know what? You say lucky, but sometimes I like snow. I don't love winter. Nobody likes getting up first thing in the morning in minus 35 degree weather and going to start their car. Nobody likes that. The closest thing I get to snow in Cali is ashes from the sky. Oh god. The forest fires. We die from heat here in Argentina? Yeah, I can't even imagine. I struggle with high heat. High desert in California gets snow once in a while. That makes sense. It gets super cold at night. Hope we can get some water out here soon. I hope so too. My some of my best friends live in the Carolinas, and they just got like smacked by the hurricane. They haven't had power for like 5 days now. No running water. I mean, they're all okay, thank goodness. and their property is okay as well, but they got absolutely smacked by that hurricane. It's insane. Yeah, UK is mostly mild. True for Christmas? Yeah. Honestly, there hasn't been much fires recently, at least in your area, for the past 3-ish years. That's good. Also, Molten, you uploaded your creature to the whip in your Discord. You should check it out whenever. Let's take a look. Ooh, I like it. It actually, the design kind of language reminds me of, it reminds me of Astroneer a bit. I like it. Scratch that. I love it. I think it looks great. Oh, it's cute too. It's got a cute little mouth. Aw. I love it. Great job. Yeah, North Carolina. Both the Carolinas got absolutely smacked. They're calling this hurricane the Katrina of the Carolinas. Like, I saw some pictures of Boone, which is where my friends, some of my friends live, and it's under like 6 feet of water. Or no, I don't know if it's, no, it was Boone. Thank you for the subscription, Diego Huerta. Thank you. Your first time sculpting too. You're doing great. You got face sets and everything. Look at you go. Of course, with your tutorial, as you should. Tutorials are great. Tutorials are awesome. Yeah. Luckily, though, everyone is okay. Everyone's okay. I think one of my best friends' moms had some damage to their roof from a tree, but I mean, aside from that, everybody's okay. And some of my friends had some minor flooding, but nobody got hurt. So I'm very, very thankful for that. Worst thing we have to worry about here is mega snowstorms, flooding, and occasionally tornadoes, but the tornadoes don't usually run into the city, so. Okay, chat. Whoever is in here, if you're not in the Discord already, I suggest you join the Discord, because you can always interact with other creative Blender users, 3D artists, etc. in there. If you have any questions or you have work you want to show off, whenever I get the chance, I will pop in and check it out. Also, there is a Discord-only special event coming up. So if you're here and you've been hanging out in my chat, I think you should come into the Discord because you're already showing me support. And like I said, this event is only for people who are in the Discord because that's my community and you guys kick a lot of butt. So I'm going to wrap up the stream for today, but if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. And provided everything goes smoothly, I don't think I'll be able to stream on Thursday because I have an engagement that afternoon. But I might be able to. What's up, Scarrett? I'm just hopping off. But I will keep you posted. Let's assume for now that Thursday's probably a no-go. But if I am able to, I will let you know. And then we'll aim for Saturday. Wait, no. Oh man, my schedule is so messed up, chat. Okay, I'll keep you posted in the Discord about the next stream. My schedule's kind of wonky. Normally I have Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays free in this time period, but right now it's a little weird. Thanks for the chill stream. We'll check the Discord out. Yeah, you should. Come say hi. And thanks for coming to hang out in the stream, everybody. Keep your eyes peeled on the Discord as I'll be making an update within the next hour or two. And probably sooner than that, I just need to check some wording. And yeah. So thanks for coming to hang out. We'll catch you on the next stream. I'll keep you updated in Discord. I hope you all have a great day.